did before, but with a slight variation. Instead of going for more infantry, I went for an elite corps of infantry, 5 royal peltasts, 5 Thessalian cavalry, and a mercenary Indian war elephant. Now looking at my opponent's army, he has 6 archers, 3 hoplites, 3 shield bearers, shield bearer general there, and a thorax pike. He also has 2 units of skirmisher cavalry, 2 units of Thessalians, and 2 units of citizen cavalry. So potentially a lot of units that can destroy my elephants, reduce the effectiveness of my shock cavalry, and generally be a nuisance. Now I should be able to deal with his infantry with my royal peltasts, but if he's able to use his infantry and cavalry together with his skirmishers, it's going to be very difficult for me to get a charge going. But my opponent is actually helping me here. I think he's moving towards the woods, but that is going to allow me to cut him off faster with my cavalry, and with all of these cavalry units, if I micro well, I should be able to take out his skirmishers, and if his skirmishers are dead, then it's going to be a lot easier to use my elephants. Now he should really send his skirmisher cavalry to attack my Indian war elephants. Here's another unit of thorax pikes for some reason. But I'm going to try to block him from doing that, and I'm going to try to herd the archers so that I'm able to get into as many of them as possible. Here a charge, but it's going to be stopped by these hoplites, so I need to continue to move my guys. Thorax pikes here, luckily for me they didn't have their pikes out, so I managed to catch. No, I just don't manage to catch. I need to continue to micro my guys so they are able to get through, pull out here, not getting any kills. This unit just stopped on these thorax pikes, and now they put their pikes out and I killed a lot of my guys. But this one unit managed to get through, and that's really all I need for one unit to get through. This unit of Thessalians was ganged up on and it's going to be destroyed, so I need to take care of this skirmisher cavalry before it kills too much of my own cavalry. Just attacking archer units and attacking the next one to get as many kills as possible, and it's working fairly well at the moment. Chasing away the skirmisher cavalry, and he has lost quite a few archers, only 3 full strength, 4 archer units left. This unit is going to break, this unit is going to break as well, and I don't know why he didn't micro his cavalry here to intercept me, but maybe there's just too much going on, and that is kind of the problem, to give my opponent too many things to micro at once so that he won't be able to protect his skirmishers adequately. This unit of skirmisher cavalry is getting caught, and in some ways the skirmisher cavalry is more dangerous to my elephants than the archers are. So I need to take care of the skirmisher cavalry because it can quickly get to my elephants. These units of Thessalians, already 200 kills, they destroyed a lot of archers, but they are under archer fire and they should start dropping fairly quickly. Trying to get a charge on these guys, moving into the backs of these hoplites, but I'm able to push some of the guys in here and attack these archers. Not getting a huge amount of kills, but I should be able to at least kill some of them. Quite a decent amount of kills actually, and archers of course have terrible morale, so just a rare charge in losing the combat is often going to be enough to break them. Now he's starting to intercept me with cavalry, and I'm going to move my peltasts up to throw some javelins at his cavalry units, running straight into this unit of thorax pikes, which is potentially very bad. Unit of citizen cavalry, I'm sending my depleted Thessalians in to attack them for a bit, and the skirmishers are quickly becoming a non-factor in this battle. Thessalians losing a lot of men by being caught on these thorax pikes, so now I'm going to have to use my peltasts to take care of enemy cavalry and skirmishers. These units of Thessalians can be very annoying in that it can stop my elephants, so at some point I'm going to have to deal with it. The citizen cavalry is losing, but is being supported by the shield bearers, and I need to get my Thessalians out of there very quickly. So my opponent is kind of disorganized, and I think that was because I managed to intercept him on his way to the forest, possibly. Just keeping my elephants away from any fire at the moment. One unit of skirmisher cavalry left. This unit is pretty depleted, but it can still make my elephants run amok, so I want to kill it. Now I'm going to use my royal peltasts to throw javelins at these skirmisher cavalry, and that should take them down very, very quickly. These guys don't have good shields and barely any armor, so this unit is gone. luckily for me. Yep, that's a very dead unit of skirmisher cavalry. Now I'm going to use my elephants against the citizen cavalry, but they didn't really manage to catch them. And now this is looking a lot better. There's this one depleted unit of archers, but it's not as worrying as 6 units, and this unit of archers is also alive on the field. I'm going to have to pull back for a bit to reorganize my lines. And it's going to be, there are too many thorax pikes and shield bearers here for me to be able to use my elephants just yet. I want to be able to engage and hold the hoplites and the shield bearers and thorax pikes, and then I want to be able to bring my elephants for rear charges. That should be the most effective way of breaking this army. I also want any cavalry to be gone, so I rob my opponent of the opportunity to rear charge me. That's the nice thing about these royal peltets. It's easy to overlook that you are under fire from these units, and that's going to take down cavalry units very quickly. Trying to get a charge off on these thorax pikes. They have their pikes down, but I attacked at kind of a weird angle, so I managed to kill some of them, but I have to pull out because they are reorienting their pikes to face me. I didn't really lose any guys here. I lost one guy, maybe a few more when pulling out. But I have to pull out here because I'm in position to get flanked. So using my remaining cavalry to screen for his cavalry and to screen for the skirmisher cavalry. Just going to move away from the Thessalians at the moment, but now they are so close to my lines that I want to bring my elephants in and my peltas to support. I'm going to lose that unit, and he's possibly out of ammunition here since he charges in. I'm going to charge in with my elephants, and that should be able to take down a fair number of these Thessalians. The skirmisher cavalry almost instantly starts routing, very low morale. But there is a unit of citizen cavalry left, and there are 2 units of archers left on the field that can pose some problems for me. The citizen cavalry is trying to catch my royal peltasts here, but I'm going to turn them around, and that's going to kill a lot of citizen cavalry. A unit of thorax pikes is coming in to support the Thessalians here, so I'm going to have to pull out my elephants before they get impaled on pikes, and use my royal peltasts to stop the thorax pikes. Pull out again because that's not an engagement I want. Here I managed to sandwich a unit of hoplites between my 2 units of royal peltas, but the problem is I have been running my royal peltas a lot, so they are going to be less effective in combat because they are tired. But not by a huge amount yet, but when they get exhausted they're going to have their melee attack reduced by 50%, and that is potentially going to be huge against these fresh units of my opponent. So ideally I would like to rest my royal peltas for a bit more, but I don't have that option. So I'm going to charge these hoplites over here. Try to rear charge the hoplites. I'm turning my royal peltas around to face the shield bearers, putting them in shield wall to make them hold for a while, sending my general in here. I'll just keep the elephants nearby, take care of any cavalry that tries to go for rear charges. But I hear some archers came back from routing, so now there are actually 3 units of archers on the field, all depleted, but they can be a huge problem both for my peltasts and for my elephants. My opponent has more infantry left than I do, but mine is of higher quality. His pikes are a bit worrying because in these blobs they can potentially do a lot of damage, especially if he starts to spam click. This unit of hoplites is dying pretty fast. I'm pulling out 1 unit of royal peltasts to be able to support the fight from different angles. And this blob, I don't need 3 units of royal peltasts in this blob. The unit of thorax pikes is moving in, and he's probably going to charge in and then activate his phalanx, which is a nice way of doing it. These thorax pikes are caught on the move, and I think he was going to do the same here, run them in and then activate the phalanx, but I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to just pull away, trample some of them, and instead I'm going to use my royal peltasts to try to stop these thorax pikes and force them to face me. This unit of hoplites stabilized, but it's going to start wavering again. Royal peltasts are holding off these 2 units. The thorax pikes aren't in phalanx yet, so kind of a micro mistake on my opponent's part there. He's bringing in this unit of shield bearers, and that is the perfect target for my elephants. I just need to be a bit careful about the archers here, but I really want to take out his general, and this is a perfect way of doing it. And here the pikes magically spawn. It's kind of a stupid animation. They should have their pikes out at all times and not be able to just go into phalanx when they are engaged, because imagine trying to pick up a 5-meter long or 6-meter long Sarissa while you are pressed up against another guy fighting. It's not going to be easy. But shield bearers are very good units, but when they are charged by elephants on the move, they're going to take a lot of casualties. So I'm going to pull out here, go for the archers. The shield bearers lost a lot of men on that charge, but they still managed to kill some elephants there, killed a single elephant. But they lost a lot of men, and they're going to lose more now because they're going to get charged by my royal peltasts. But still, this is a bit worrying because my elephants are taking damage now, and I really need the elephants to finish off these blobs. I really don't have the manpower to grind it out. My opponent is also able to support here with his archers. But the royal peltasts coming in, they are going to be able to kill the shield bearers. The unit of archers is dying to elephants. It looks like he forgot the unit of archers over here, which is nice for me. I'm going to ignore this unit for a little while because it doesn't look like it's shooting at my elephants. It looks like it's shooting at my royal peltasts. So I'm going to take the opportunity to rear charge these thorax pikes, get some kills on the shield bearers, and that's going to leave a mark. Yep, getting a huge amount of kills against these guys here. They're going to start wavering and pulling out. Now I have a problem because thorax pikes are moving in against my royal peltasts, and the shield bearers are holding, so that unit is in big trouble. A unit of Thessalians is coming in and it manages to stop my elephants, but it's going to be destroyed itself. And I don't think it's firing at my elephants just yet, so I am pretty lucky in that regard. It looks like it's firing into my royal peltasts. So the elephants are now running unopposed. They are losing a few men, and maybe they are taking fire now. Nope, they are not taking fire, so good. And sending in another charge against the shield bearers because I want to remove the shield bearers to free up some royal peltasts. And now I am certainly taking some arrow fire here. The shield bearers got rear charged by elephants, and that's going to kill them. Now I'm taking arrow fire, so I need to deal with these archers as quickly as possible. The shield bearers are dead. It frees up some royal peltasts. These royal peltasts are holding very well against these two units of hoplites and getting a lot of kills, but it's not a good situation for them to be in. I have to take out these archers to be able to break up the blobs with my elephants, because I don't have the infantry to grind out. So now my opponent does something smart. He's going to stop his guys and shoot, and my elephants are very depleted, so they're going to die very, very quickly, running amok straight into his archers. Luckily for me, and he's going to try to pull them out, but the archers are wavering, and that's going to allow the elephants to destroy them. So now things are looking up here. If I'm able to just get one rear charge on this blob, I'll be able to pull out the royal peltasts and go for rear charges here. So one more good charge from the elephants is going to be very, very helpful. These thorax pikes are potentially going to do very well against the rear of my royal peltasts here, but we'll see. I'm going to pull out one unit and go around to attack the pikes. The hoplites are attacked in the rear, losing and being charged by elephants, so they are going to start breaking, and the same with this unit is going to start breaking. I'm using this unit to bait the pike unit. I'm losing this unit of royal peltasts, and these shield bearers are holding strong. They have only lost 19 men. I'm going to go for a rear charge on them if I don't get intercepted by the pikes before I can do so. And the pikes are moving in, but I'm able to get the charge I need. And my elephants are going to do a lot of damage to these shield bearers now. And now things are looking very good because I have more units left than he has, and I'll be able to rear charge at will. So the elephants died there to shield bearers, and well, they are just wavering. It's just a flag that's left there. Oh no, there's actually an elephant alive, but now they're routed. Still, they got a fair number of kills, and it's only down to these shield bearers and thorax pikes. And now is a nice time to use the whip on these units to reduce the effects of fatigue and to get some more kills, increase weapon damage slightly. So that's going to enable them to chop through these thorax pike men quicker, and it's going to allow them to defeat the last of these shield bearers. So there we go. Pretty nice battle, I think. it's so nice with these hybrid units that can both skirmish and attack in melee like Royal Peltas, because you can do a lot of things with them that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise, like take care of this skirmisher cavalry and take care of other cavalry with my with the Royal Peltas. So the Royal Peltas didn't do amazingly well in this battle. I think that was largely due to the fact that they were tired. I ran them around a bit too much. The Thessalians did okay. They did what they were supposed to, took out a lot of skirmishers and dealt with enemy cavalry, so the enemy cavalry wasn't able to be very effective. A nice and balanced build, I must say, from my opponent here. I quite like his build. 3 shield bearers, very tough units, 3 hoplites, 2 thorax pikes, and they're going to be... I have to move away from them, so it's quite nice to have these thorax pikes, and also the 6 archers. They almost cost me my elephants and made it so that I lost the game. But pretty interesting battle, I think. Thanks for the game, Eclipse Snow, and I'll see you again on the battlefield.